All right, Steve, thank you. Today is Veterans Day, and communities across the Suncoast are honoring those who served our nation.
ABC7's Kate Flexter tells us how one neighborhood is thanking World War II veterans for their service.
In just an hour, 6 veterans will be honored right here at Village Walk, part of just a handful of surviving World War II veterans.
On Veterans Day, Peter DeMar's kitchen table is covered in documents. To an outsider, it's just paper, but for him, each one is a vivid memory. At just 17 years old, he was a seaman in the Navy during World War II.
I didn't know what I was getting into. Being in the service is a totally different life than what you're leading, and especially to a young person that has no experience.
The most difficult memory? Visiting Nagasaki just weeks after it was all but demolished by the atomic bomb.
That stuck in my mind more than anything of the other experiences that I had in the service.
What he remembers the most is talking to the Japanese people that managed to survive.
Even though they were supposed to be the enemy, I'm looking at that young lady in a kimono, that's my enemy, you know.
Thousands of miles east in Germany, 19-year-old Private Edward Stackhouse was fighting the war on another front and ran into trouble in combat.
All of a sudden, all hell broke loose. Tanks were firing. Machine guns were going like boom, 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 boom.
That's when he became a prisoner of war. All he could think, he says, is of his family back home in Chicago who received this telegraph.
My dad was broken up real bad. He couldn't stop crying.
After 7 months as a prisoner of war, Stackhouse finally returned home. While Stackhouse and DeMar were worlds apart, they share one thing, an ability to look back on their experiences today with newfound clarity.
Sometimes you don't think about those things till you get to be my age and you're retired, and then those thoughts and everything start to appear, and they start to have a meaning, a feeling for one another.
At tonight's ceremony, each veteran will be receiving a signed letter from Governor Rick Scott. In Sarasota, Kate Flexter, ABC7, your Suncoast News.